Hey folks, I think after some issues with YouTube and
Hey, folks.
OBS, I think we're live. I think after some issues. There we go. I'm not hearing myself now. Okay, I think we're good to go. After stuffing about, I think we're actually there. Okay, so this is quite a late night stream for me. It is currently 11:15 at night, but we don't mind. In Hellion there is no time, so that's absolutely fine. So in today's stream, I want to talk about the new update that's coming at the end of November, November the 29th. It's the new update for Hellion called Rude Awakening, and I just want to have a little chat about some of the details, some of the new features that are coming, and just sort of chill on Hellion for a little while. I don't know how long the stream's going to be, but I suppose I'll just carry on until I get tired. Okay, so first thing I want to do is just top up my jetpack here with some oxygen. There we go. I'll do. Let's just see what we've got on us. We've got 3 jetpacks, one of which I want to put in the ship. Pretty much a full welding tool, and yeah, I've got some canisters, so we're good to go really. A couple of warp cells, core container field, yeah, okay. Yeah, so we need to go to the ship, so let's do that. Right. Nope, don't want to go there, do I? Yes I do, because I want to depressurize the outpost. Excuse me. Like that. Okay, so let's get some details up of the new update, because I am extremely unorganised this evening, and we will talk about some of the changes that are coming. Let's have a look. Yep, so November the 29th the update's coming out, so not long to wait now until the update goes live. Let's try to find the update here. So a lot of the stuff that's coming in the new update is, there's 2 parts of it really. The first part is really a lot of the backstory that surrounds Hellion and why you're there. Hence the title Rude Awakening. I guess, you know, what we all know, that in Hellion, as soon as you start a fresh game, you wake up in the cryopod. My helmet down, that would help. One of these things. So you step out one of these, and effectively you are straight in the game, except you're in a crew quarters module, which comes through there. So yeah, it sort of aims to fill out the story of why Hellion is here, why we have travelled to Hellion, and kind of aims to give people a bit of lore at the moment, because Hellion has kind of been a bit of a sandbox game, to be honest, over the last couple of years since it's been in, and still is in early access. So it's really just to kind of give people a chance to actually understand what's going on in the game that they're playing, really. And the other aspect of Hellion is just to add some new features. There'll be plenty of bug fixes, I should imagine. And really it's just a new update to really kind of flesh out some of the mechanics as well. There's also, I mean, I'm going to go into these in a little bit more detail as well. I mean, I'm not going to go like proper in depth into it, because we'll do a couple of videos or a live stream once the update goes live as well. Excuse me. So I'm just trying to find the exact. I'm trying to find the exact blog post that contains all the details of the update. I know it's here somewhere. I've posted quite a few dev blogs lately, so there's quite a lot to kind of take in, really. If you look at the update on Steam, which is titled The Expedition Project, if you're really into kind of like all the lore and all that kind of stuff, you will undoubtedly find that interesting, because it's jam-packed full of stuff. I didn't read all of it, to be honest, but for what I did read, it was quite interesting. Where on earth is this update? Am I being stupid here? I must be. Story of Hellion, optimization, update. Here we go. Update 3 and inventory 2.0. So the inventory system in Hellion is getting. I mean, this is probably the biggest thing for me, next to kind of the quest system and storyline that's coming. Really is the inventory system, because at the moment you'll see we've got this stupid round wheel thing, and although it's pretty good at a glance, to get some of these things, it's just a nightmare. You find yourself kind of trying to hover over stuff and then it disappears, and sometimes you're not getting what you want and you have to equip stuff and to take stuff. It's just it's not very intuitive. So that's the biggest thing there for me. Put my heater back on because I'm a bit cold. So yeah, inventory 2. Details wise, it's kind of going back to an inventory system that you would kind of see in pretty much every other game, to be honest. I mean, Far Cry uses a wheel most of the time for weapons and stuff, but you're not constantly picking little things and objects up that you use all the time. In Hellion, the inventory is something you use constantly. So I think that really they've kind of fleshed out the inventory stuff. Ooh, okay. Oh, I came out the wrong door. That's fine. Yeah, so the inventory system really is got like a massive overhaul. If you look on the blog post, you'll see some kind of GIF screenshots of the new system, and to be honest, it looks really good. I do like the idea that they are effectively really kind of just giving you a big overview of everything you've got in your inventory so far, and also what you're picking up in derelicts and ships and modules and that kind of stuff as well. They've also developed something called proximity loot as well, which I believe is something like you see a lot of it in other games as well. I believe it's where if you were to go and visit, I don't know, let's say a cargo bay module or something that you found out in the black somewhere, and there's a lot of stuff on there, the shelves, like the racks you get in the cargo bays. I think what they were saying was rather than looting every individual item, you can quickly take the items really easily just by drag and drop, which is going to be a lot easier. I know some people did mention that it was going to be a little less immersive, dragging and dropping it that way, but personally I think this is a good compromise. I think this is probably the best way they're going to be able to do it. From what I've seen in the GIFs, it looks about as good as you can really get it. Oh, don't forget, Hellion is really hardcore focused on the inventory in the game. You know, that's kind of what makes Hellion. I've just spotted something that needs. Oh no! You look at that in the dark. It looks like the ship's got a hole in it. It's not. They're warp cells. Which also reminds me, why have we got no power? Oh, because I turned everything off. Yeah, I ran out of power the other day. So let's pop that back up. There we go. So now we've got some more of these core containment field units somewhere. See what I mean? It just slips. Look, yeah. I'm looking forward to new inventory stuff. Let's have a look. So what does that give us now then? So it's 300. Oh god! Wow, look at that. Increases by 50%. So now we get a module output of 600. But what's the capacitor? Capacitor's 500. Yep, so it went from 375, because I think the outpost is 75, I think. No, 450. Oh yeah, 75. So I'm getting these mixed up. 75 in the capacitor. That obviously doesn't have a capacitor, and that's 500, so 575. So yeah, it gives us a lot more breathing room in terms of power and all that kind of goodness. So yeah, the inventory stuff in Hellion is now going to be much easier to manage. And actually, something else that's coming in which is quite small, but for me is quite a big thing. Is they're now getting they're adding to the game some transportable crates. This is quite big, a transportable crate. Who'd have thought it? Personally, I think this is going to make life a lot easier. I mean, in the suits you get quite a lot of inventory space, let's be honest, but you do quickly run out. I mean, there's lots and lots of little tiny objects you can pick up in Hellion. I mean, you've got things like your circuits, you've got batteries, canisters, various different parts, warp cells. The list is almost endless. I mean, ammo is tiny, but it takes up a slot. So, you know, it really doesn't kind of bode well if you're going through checking out sort of 2 or 3 derelicts, which you can do. You really need to have another means of carrying lots of items, and the crate is supposed to do that. So I don't know what the capacity was. I don't know if let's have a look, see if the screenshot. Just watching. Yeah, it doesn't say. It looks about the size of a small box, and it looks just like a little crate, I suppose, futuristic crate looking thing. But I think if I can open this image and make it a bit bigger, I can, but it's blurry. I can't stop it though. It looks like it says this crate has got a tool, utility, consumable, and ammo slots as well, I think. So tool wise, you've got 3 slots. Utility, you've got count these 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 12. Consumable is 4, and ammo is 6. So yeah, it gives you quite a bit of space. And if you carry a couple of these round, I mean, your inventory is going to be pretty big, which is pretty cool. So yeah, what do you think about the inventory stuff? You can check it out as well with the Hellion blog. I will pop a link into the description once this live stream ends, so you guys can go and read that as well. I mean, the inventory system has been completely overhauled. I mean, if you actually read the blog post, you'll read all about it. But yeah, it's just going to make life a lot easier in Hellion. There isn't really much else to say, really. I mean, you know, go and read the blog post. It's going to be a hell of a lot nicer in Hellion for looting lots of things. Lots of things being things like cargo bay modules and derelicts and stuff like that. So I'm really laggy. Why am I so laggy? It's because I'm streaming. Streaming, boy. Okay, so we are 94% hull, so we're okay. We're okay. Let me just dive outside. How has that got? Oh, that's got one there. I was going to put a suit in here, wasn't I? Let's put one in there. I always like to carry some spare suits, especially in the ship. So I'll just tell you about what I've got in my... no, not that door. Inner door. That came in bad. Yeah, so this save that I'm on, it's a single player server. So you guys can't join me, unfortunately. But it's the same save that I used to use for recordings. But I think I started over again because I think I got stuck in the death loop in Hellion. And that a death loop, if you don't know what that is, that's what I call it anyway. Is where if you don't log into the game, single player is different. I think it does. I think time does pause. But the previous videos I did was on a live server. So what that meant was when I wasn't recording or logged into the Hellion universe, things would decay anyway. So you know, if for example I was in a debris field and things would carry on, so you know my module would get damaged and I'd lose pressure. So that meant that whenever I got out of my cryopod, which is where you log out, I had no oxygen left in my suit, and eventually I suffocated, and I couldn't see where I was going to get another suit, another helmet, and whatnot. So yeah, it was just vicious, cruel, and not necessary. But we started a new one, and I think that's kind of the reason why Zero Gravity Games introduced a single player mode, because for people like me, you know, content creators and streamers and stuff like that, it really does kind of give you a way to play the game without, you know, being too brutal about losing all your progress. And yeah, Hellion is a brutal universe, and it's supposed to be, but that's just not really necessary, especially if you don't have time to play all the time. So you know, that was a really big thing that I'm pleased that they introduced. So at the moment, you can see I'm just floating around endlessly here because I can. So at the moment, I've got a cargo bay module. I've got a command module because it's kind of like the central hub of any space station, I think, and kind of necessary. I've got a power supply module, which has got a fabricator tapped on the end. I have the ship docked to the cargo bay. This is really laggy. Over here I have the outpost, I believe that is. And have we got anything else attached? No, that's it. I did have a couple of other modules, and you'll laugh about this. I had, what did I have? I had the corridor left module and the corridor right module, I think, which basically, I mean, these modules that bend around a corner, they only go 45 degrees, so you need two of them to go 90 degrees, which is a bit of a pain, to be honest. But yeah, I had a couple of those, and I had a power supply module, and also what else I have? The airlock module. That's what I was thinking of. Which is kind of vital. I'm missing it immensely because every time I have to go into the station, I have to go in a suit because it's not a pressurized environment. So I have to go in and wait for the outpost to to pump some air into the room so I can take my helmet off. So I want to go and find a airlock module because that's going to make our lives a lot easier. So let's do that now. We're okay for supplies, that's all good. Hopefully you can hear me okay. I'm pretty sure I heard myself at the start of the stream as well. I had to mute YouTube because last time I did the stream, the audio was terrible. So hopefully it's a lot better this time. Right, so close the outer door, pressurize that. Can remove my helmet at point 4. There we go. I was wondering if Hellion was this laggy before, but I don't think I was through Hellion before. So that could be why. There's a lot of optimization stuff I think coming in the next update, I believe. Well, there'll be a few anyway. There's not going to be loads. I think the light bake stuff is going in, and that means that essentially there's going to be a lot less dynamic lights in the environment, which impact on performance quite a bit. So we should see an increase, a minor increase, I would say, in FPS. And just for the record, I don't have access to any of the beta versions for Hellion. I was just provided a key to play the live game, so all I know is what you guys know. Right, so I'm gonna have to see why this is so laggy. This is driving me mad. Lactose intolerant. Let's have a look at my machine. What is my machine doing? Got some drop frames as well. Wow. Hellion is using 3.4 gig RAM and 67% of my CPU. It's quite high. 86% of my memory is being used. Oh well, we'll have to put up with it, won't we? I mean, frames are okay. I mean, it's what, 30 frames a second? It's okay. Normally when I'm not live streaming, I tend to get about 40, so you got to think it's encoding and streaming as well, so that's got to be part of it. I don't want to go there. I want to go here. Tunk. Bye bye. Right, let's go out of the way. Proper out of the way. Whee! That's good. Let's just stop for a minute so we can figure out where we're going. So yeah, when I found the fabricate module and the cargo bay, I didn't see any airlock modules. I think they're quite hard to come by. I don't know where to find them. If somebody does, let me know, because I could really do with one. It'd make my life so much easier. See, burner is civilian supply post. Let me just see. Could try burner. I don't know where the modules are. I know military outposts you find things like command modules, and I'm pretty sure broken marble. Yeah, broken marble is the military side. Every station is where I found the fabricator and the cargo bay. So I think we're going to try here. I think that's probably, excuse me, not a bad bet. So let's warp here. I think that's not a bad idea. I still haven't seen one. I don't know where the airlock modules are, but maybe we'll find one today. That's my goal. Let's try and find one of those. Maybe scout some derelicts, we'll see. I'm not going to stay on for too long tonight. We'll do a proper live stream another day. Really good to get some videos out as well for you guys, because content has been extremely lacking lately, and I am very sorry for that. But we've moved house recently, so obviously many people know that's quite stressful. Wave the old countdown here. I love this noise. This noise in Hellion is so cool. So cool, man. 25 seconds. Not going to take long. I'd really like to find the Argus as well, which is the bigger ship with the proper docking hatch. Because having to go outside the door in this thing is, I mean, it's alright, but it's a pain in the arse, isn't it? Is it me, or does this warp effect look a bit meh? I hope they fix it. I hope they make it look a bit prettier. I mean, if you look from there, like that way, it's not too bad. But you can see the seam from the texture, and that middle bit is horrendous. Look at that. That's enough to make you pass out. It's trippy. I do like how you can see the planets through it, though. That is quite cool. Right, so let's take a look here. Press number 2. Let's do a scan and see what we've got. Have we got anything exciting? Right. So these are from yesterday. Which, by the way, I was watching some Hellion videos from BC Labs, and he was saying that the date of the module, like for example, this one is Derelict Eve-13K17. The 13 is the day that the module was discovered on. So obviously today is the 14th, or rather now it might be the 15th actually. Nope, still the 14th, 20 minutes. So these were all yesterday, because we've got the 13th, that was the 11th. Cargo bay module, that's today. The ICAC. See, they're interesting. They're like additional storage, but we don't really need it at the moment. So I might leave that one. No, yesterday, that's yesterday. These all today. So I don't want the cargo bay module. Really. Oh dear, I think I come down with a cold. I feel like I'm going to sneeze. Well, there's no airlock modules here. I know that much. I'm tempted just to go and check out a couple of derelicts actually. Let's go here. Check out some of these derelicts. There might be some interesting stuff here. Initialize. Cool, point in the right direction as well. Awesome. Okay, 22 seconds. Excuse me. So this is something else regarding, going back to the inventory very quickly. Something else I forgot to mention is that actually with suits, helmets, and corpses, they are now possible to be equipped. Sorry, I was just just reading. Oh, that's right. Yeah. So if you've got a suit. Like with mine, at the moment, you see I've got 2 jetpacks. Blimey, that was quick. 2 jetpacks, welding tool, bunch of stuff. When you click remove outfit in the new update, essentially what it's going to do is it's going to take all of this stuff with it as well. So that means that I don't know what it's going to look like physically in the world. It might just be the suit thing that goes here. It will look like that, and you just put it away, and you can have different sets. So you can have a set for Mining, you can have a set for combat, and you can have like a standard set that contains a bit of both. And that means that you can have like a mining drill, a bunch of batteries, canisters in one suit, and in a different suit you could have things like weapons, grenades, ammo, and then you have another set like I've got, and just have a standard, standard sort of running set, which I think is really cool. Actually, I think that's going to make life a lot easier for a lot of people who are constantly swapping out, kit and stuff like that. So I think that's really going to kind of sell to a lot of people as well. Let's go check out this derelict. It's doing sort of that target matching stuff, because you still can't fully quite match it. You just have to kind of cancel your speed. Are we at no, we're in a debris field again. Yeah, we're okay for that. So let's go check out this derelict, see what we've got here. Anything exciting? Soon find out. Okay, let's open the door. I'll just have a sip of my cold coffee for a second. With a hair in it. Thank you, cat. Okay, so let's go check out this derelict. So what's this? This is just your standard. You see, I like these derelicts, these ones, because I don't know if you've noticed, but these have different levels to them. I think one of them does. Grab that. What is that? No, nothing. Yeah, look, they got some stairs here. I really like that idea. We haven't got any stairs anywhere in Hellion. Not in modules that we can have anyway. So hopefully they'll make this a full module that we can go and get and add to our base. Anything here? I also realised that you can get circuits on the outside of modules now. Didn't know that either. I know quite a bit of Hellion, but it's just always learning new stuff in Hellion. I can't open that one. Excuse me. Yeah, just constantly learning new stuff. Just have a quick scoot on the outside. See if we've got anything worth having. I see a circuit. Gimme, 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 gimme. Oh. Yoink. What else have we got? It seems like there's an awful lot in this one, to be honest. Just a lot of damage. Smoke, flames. You see, I know that these spark things are some armatures there. Could do some of those. I mean, this game is like proper hardcore space game. I mean, I don't know any other game that's quite as hardcore as Hellion. And I think it's built like that. But when you see like the fires and stuff in space, well, there's no space is a vacuum, so surely you wouldn't have fire because there'd be no oxygen, and you need oxygen to create fire. So it just sort of wouldn't work, would it? I don't know if I'm no physicist or scientist or anything, although I do love science. But yeah, to me that doesn't quite make sense. But what do I know? I'm just a bloke who works in technology Don't know what I'm talking about. I'm a nerd. Right, let's go check out another one of these derelicts, shall we? Got the old British flag on our ship, because we're British, and we like our fish and chips. I don't know why I said that. I think a lot of people, the British consensus is that anyone who isn't British that knows the British will say, "Oh, you like fish and chips," and you know, we're renowned for having red telephone boxes and kebabs and stuff like that. Yeah, I suppose it's like India, isn't it? You know, India is associated because they have curry a lot over there, and we have a curry a lot here as well. But there you go. Boom. Right. Where's this other derelict then? The other derelict is up here. There it is. There's another 2 here. There's 2 here actually, so that's handy. What have we got? We have... Ooh, slow down, stop. Oh, we've got a target match on this one. 2 long ones. Well, one semi-long one, one really long one. Who are matched. Good. Right, how's my jetpack looking? Yeah, not too bad. Oh, have we got any space to put stuff? I'll chuck a warp cell up here. Electronics. They went on this shelf before. I have made some stuff in the fabricator. If we get some time, I'll show that to you as well. I can't put it there. Oh well. That'll do. We're not going to get loads of stuff, are we? Inner door. Helmet might be a good idea. Wow. I haven't done that in ages. Maybe it's because I'm tired. Let's go check this derelict out and see what we got here. Canister. Canister duo. Oh, I love that. Gimme. Nope. Give to me. Thank you. There's not a lot in here, is there? Nothing worth having, really. Apart from the canister. Can we get in the drawers? We can. Nothing in them, though. I never find anything in these kind of drawers. No, nothing there either. Let's go to this next one, shall we? Right, what we got in here then? Nothing. Nothing. Oh dear. Not doing very well at all for stuff, are we? Oh, here we go. AC Mark 9 pressure suit. Take the warp sail as well. I think that was it. Well, the loot could have been better. I'm a bit disappointed. But there you go. What can you do? It's better than no loot, I suppose. Come on, down you go. You know Newtonian physics. Oh, let's shut that before it bounces out the airlock. Did it fly away or have we still got it? No, I've still got it. That's good. Wait for the pressure to equalise now. Like that. Oh, I've got me suit. Thud. That sounded like my head hitting the wall. I don't think it was though. Excellent. I haven't got many of these. Pressure suit is good to have. Okay, well that was a bit. It was alright. That haul wasn't that great. What's a warp cell? Don't think it was that one. It was that one. That was already there. 18%. I've seen better. Okay, right. So let's go and see what else there is to see. Do another quick scan of where I am. Let's have a look. There aren't as many as there were before. Hopefully that means there's some new ones on the way. New spawns. I don't know. That's the 11th. 11. 13. 14. That's 13 as well. What should we do? Should we go to automated refinery? Could go to burner. Could. Should we go to burner? Yeah, why not? Let's do it. Let's go see what's over at burner, shall we? Way outside of the ring. Yeah, pretty elliptical now. Yeah, see, to me that doesn't look right, does it? Because there's a lot more space there between there, but it must be right. That'll do anyway. Let's take this right down till we're ready. Like that. Let's have our way out. And then go. Speaking of put my teeth in. Speaking of updates, there is also been some graphical improvements to the moons and planets, I believe. It might just be moons, I can't remember. I'm not quite sure why they did that, because they look pretty bloody awesome as it is. But if it's going to be better, then that's awesome as well. So let's see what they look like. I mean, I looked at there's a planet somewhere. I think it's the one we're facing. Actually, it's a gas giant, I believe. And you could see all of the clouds moving on the surface. And I actually stood there floating in space for a couple of minutes, just staring at it. And it kind of made you really feel like you were in space. You know, I mean, a lot of the time, I mean, planets in space games, they often look a bit rubbish. I mean, they are now getting better because there's a lot more data around for planets and their composition than they used to be. But yeah, I don't know. Maybe the developers just went, they look too rubbish. We need to make them look better. They're okay, but they need to be better. I mean, there are some planets in Hellion that look a little fuzzy, if you like. But God, look at that. That's pretty impressive. It's not very often you see two planets together like that. I actually love how you can see them moving as well. I mean, yeah, I mean, look at those. I don't think they look that bad, to be honest. It's a damn sight sharper than a lot of planets I've seen in games. Anyway, let's do a scan. Let's see what's about, shall we? Because I want an airlock module. Come on, give us what we want. Be good to me. It's late. I'm a bit tired and I really want an airlock module. And you're going to give me nothing, aren't you? One derelict. One derelict. Are you serious? That means one of two things. Either we're too late and they've all blown up, or they're just about to respawn. I'm hoping it's the latter. I'm also going to check the derelict out though. Might as well. It's the only one, so we might as well. "51 seconds and a minute." I have wondered whether it's possible just to kind of RCS or make your way over to points of interest in the same system without warping. Just see if it's possible. Just take a ton of RCS and see how long it takes you to get there. Could be interesting little experiment to do one day. Because I don't know whether Hellion supports is like one giant map, or whether it's made up of different little bits that make up a big map. Much like how World of Warcraft do it, where they've got one large overall map, but then obviously the world itself, that was quick, the world itself is made up of, you know, many different maps. I don't know, but it would be interesting to see if you could do that one day. Oh, the debris fields. Of course we are. So it's another biggie. Let's match that. God, that's close, isn't it? I mean, look. They're going to make that look even better. Even better. Anyway, I'm getting hammered, so let's... 92%. Debris field! How's my jetpack looking? Probably enough to do this one, and then we'll swap it out. Air tank empty, unable to pressurize. What? Why? What have I done? Excuse me. Why do I have no air? Oh no! Wait, it's already pressurized. Duh. Tired much? Derp. Yeah, I think I am. Oh dear. Wow, we're really getting hammered, aren't we? Outer door. Bit of light. You've got to be quick because I haven't got much oxygen left. What the hell? That was weird. That was almost like I was suffocating. I've had that before, but that's the first time I've had it in ages. Where it thinks you're suffocating, but you're not. Alright, let's check out the outside, see if we've got any electronics, or I can see a broken part there already. I'll have that bit. Thank you very much. And I shall have another quick look on the outside. Oh, I can see another bit there. Eventually I'm going to come across and I'll be like, no, I don't need that, I've got thousands of them. But at the moment we could do with them, really. Chuck it in the fabricator module and create some stuff. There's another one there. Because you kind of have to build up your kind of resources. I mean, Hellion is really a you know, it is a grind. I mean, let's be honest. If you play Hellion and you enjoy it, and you've played it for even just a few hours, and you actually enjoy it, you enjoy the grind. And I do, in a way, especially with Hellion, because the sense of achievement is really there. I mean, once I got the fabricate module in the cargo bay, I was like, yeah, that's cool. I'm self-sustaining. Well, not self-sustaining, but I've got systems to be able to work with now, rather than struggling about, where am I going to get my next oxygen canister from, or am I going to run out of warp cells, or stuff like that. Whereas now I can make them, and I can't make oxygen, but I can make the canisters to put it in, and I can go mining and all that kind of stuff. Got a basketball hoop, we don't need that. Well, loot on here has been not too bad. I think that's it though. Don't think we could. Oh, stim pack. Could probably do one of those. Oh, come on. Keep bumping my head on the ceiling. I'll have that one. Look at that. Sometimes you spot little things like that. Can you imagine Hellion in VR though, by the way? I couldn't. It'd be terrifying. It'd be hilarious for a stream though. Where's my ship? Where's my ship? Where's my ship? There's my ship down here. Well, we're not doing very well for an airlock module, are we? I do kind of regret giving it away last time. It's just I had literally no room left for the modules. This tug can only pull, I think it's 3 modules max. So you're kind of stuffed. If you found 3 modules you really want, you're gonna have to give one up. And at the time, that was the airlock module, because I thought, well, we can survive without it, but now it's bugging me and I want it back. So, is it me, or does this welding gun remind you of a sparkler? It's just a sparkler in a gun, isn't it? There we go. That's that repaired. Let's check it quickly. Yeah, I think we're okay. Let's get back in the ship. Yeah, we're getting hammered here, so I want to get out of here. Out the door, pressurize. I'm dropping some frames as well. I get some proper internet put in soon on Friday, so hopefully our internet will be a lot better. I never had this problem before on our live stream, so on our old connection. Let's put you away. It seems a bit washed out, doesn't it? I think I'm a bit ill. Magic injection. That's better. Okay, so let's do another quick scan before we head off somewhere else. Come on, give us an airlock module. No, nothing's there. Nothing is there, so we're going to have to go to... automated refinery. Tell you what, let's put in an orbit around here. Just for a laugh. Oh god, no. There we go. Warp to there. Like that. Because I'm not 100% sure whether this planet, if you orbit it, whether there's stuff around it or whether it's just like another planet that has moons orbit it. Let's have a look. Yeah, so there's a central star. Yeah, so it's just a planet with some moons. Bethir is the planet. It doesn't say what it is, does it? It'd be nice if we could read a little bit more into information on the makeup of this planet. Maybe it'll come, I don't know. But it's not overly important. Okay. Alright, so let's have a look at some of our updates. Is there anything else I need to tell you guys? Yeah, just the optimization stuff. Oh, one thing I haven't talked about at all is the quest system. Gosh, how did I forget that? Yeah, so with the story coming in Hellion now, there is a fully fledged quest system. And I think it kicks off as soon as you exit the cryostasis pod, which is great. For me, this is quite good actually because it gives a basis for the story to kind of start and develop, and also it will give you an opportunity to learn the game as well. Because obviously, with the quest system, if you look at the blog post in one of the screenshots they've provided, it says a rude awakening, which is obviously the very first quest, I should imagine. Let's get this a little bit bigger so I can read it. Yeah, so it says reach command. This is the next quest, and it says objectives: pass the 0G corridor, override the door, spacewalk to command, reach the upper deck, find a hacking tool, hack the upper deck door, and go up. So it gives you some objectives to work towards as well. I don't know how long the quest system is. I don't know whether there's how many missions there are. I don't know whether it's kind of like just a glorified tutorial. It's going to be interesting, and we will go through the quest system together, either on a stream or in a video. So you'll find out more information about that and how it works, which is fine. Also, another interesting read you guys can check out is the roadmap as well. If you look at a blog post called Rude Awakening Update on the 20th of September on their Steam page, you'll see they've got a link to the roadmap as well. It's probably linked elsewhere too. And on there you'll see things that they're working on, as well as stuff that have been completed and not even started yet. And so there are some interesting stuff on there. I mean, I'm not going to go through it now because it's just too much to kind of go through. But one thing of note is that they've got things like ship station 3D visual overviews, small military ship, which they've actually modelled and done a very quick render of. You can see that. Asteroid station, that's something I'm quite looking forward to. Radiation, heat, repair points, no idea what that means. Atmosphere harvesting, that could be pretty cool. Scooping up particles or rocks that are floating in space, or junk, I don't know. And basic ship-to-ship combat as well, so that could be, I mean, that's massive, isn't it? I mean, they're not going to go all out Star Citizen on it, but yeah, it should be interesting to do as well. Well, there's nothing in Beth here, so I think I'm going to have to go to these moons. I think we'll check out this one very quickly, because the military zones are really good for getting really good gear. So let's put ourselves in a nice orbit for said planet. There we go. So yeah, I think that's it for the updates, really, guys. I mean, there's smaller details that you guys can check out, but the update drops on the 29th of November. I'm probably looking forward to it. I mean, there's aside from all the story stuff which is going in, there's the inventory stuff, there's the optimization, there's the quest lines. I also believe that the quest system in that is voiced as well. There was a screenshot. Oh, I've been disconnected. Well, that wasn't very nice of it, was it? Try that again, shall we? That's better. Right. Should we try that again? Custom orbit. Let's make that slightly smaller orbit as well, I think. There we go. I don't know why it disconnected me. I mean, I'm on single player, so it shouldn't have done that. There we go. See if it does it again. So yeah, we will do another Hellion live stream as well at some point in the future. Like I say, the update drops on the 29th, so I mean, what is it now? It is now, well, it's now the 15th of September? November. So, what's that? 14 days? 2 weeks. 2 weeks today. And the update will drop for Hellion, so yeah, looking forward to that. I tell you what, when before I learnt about selecting the second option for the warping, it used to take like 3-4 minutes to warp anywhere, sometimes longer as well, which is an absolute pain. So if you select the 2 option, I'll show you in a second. If you select the number 2 option and then lower the time, you'll also use less warp cells and get more jumps for your money. I mean, I have a complete and utter ridiculous abundance of warp cells. I mean, was it 2, 4, 6, 8, 10, 12, 14, 15, 16, 17, 8, 20, and I've also got a couple sat over here as well. I mean, I'm not going to need warp cells for ages. In fact, I've got a couple in my inventory. 1, 2, 3. I mean, I've got 25 warp cells nearly. Ooh, that's a big planet. Look at that. And you're telling me that zero gravity games are going to make this even better? Can't wait. I really am looking forward to this update. Let's do a quick scan. If you've just joined us, hello. I'm looking for an airlock module. If you know where one is, please let me know. Crew quarters module, don't need that. Solar power module, don't need that. Corridor T module, don't need that. Corridor SM, I think that's the vertical one. Don't need one of those at the moment. Derelict, bro. What's that one down there? Oh, it's the military post. So again, I haven't got what I wanted. Good stuff, but not what I want. I don't want a T module at the minute. Oh, that's no good. Look at that. I keep staring at planets. Sorry. So where haven't we been yet? There's what, 3 moons? 1, 2, 3. Broken Marble, Burner, and Everest Station. I thought it was a 4th one. Probably imagining it. Tell you what. Have we been to all of these yet? I don't know if we've been to Everest Station. If we have, I'm sorry. I'm going to go there again. I really want to find one of these airlock modules because it is driving me potty. Yeah, so if you select the 2 option, uses more power, but that's not normally a problem if you're okay. If you got a fair bit, and you can see it's using almost nothing. It's probably about 2%. It takes 2 minutes to get there, so it's quicker as well. It's more efficient on your warp cells at the expense of a little bit of electricity. Pfft, winner. Definitely a winner in my eyes, anyway. Right. At this point, I'd say, be right back, guys. I'll bring you back when we're there. But unfortunately, that's not the case. Oh no, oh no, no. Hurry up and warp. This planet's going to get in the way. I don't want to crash. It's too quick save. Bye, planet. I think we made it. I think if we didn't, we'd be dead by now. This one's over a minute. So let's have a little look at our status. We are 94%, which is pretty good. And we've got full pressure in that. That's fine. I think it's time to swap out our suit. Let's do that now, just so we don't forget. Oh, what do we get anyway? Dry ice. Nitrates, so that's good, because I need some nitrates. Nitrates is for the... oh, got some damage. Needs to repair that. nitrates, I believe, are for nitro. Is it nitro? It's either nitro or the stuff you can make air with, I think. I can't remember because I haven't got a refinery. I could tell you otherwise, but I don't know. How long we got? 7 seconds. Good. And we just missed the debris fields, which is awesome. Right, let's do a scan. I think it's the last planet we're going to check, guys, and I'll call it a night because I'm starting to get pretty tired. Ooh, look at that. Fabrication module. Cargo bay module. Power supply. Power supply. Corridor left module. Vertical module. Fabrication module. Oh, still no. Oh yeah, I know. I can't see an airlock module because I think the airlock modules are AM. No. Yeah, AM AC. I want one of these, but I can't find one. Doesn't tell me where to get one. I'll have to look online. Oh, I see some damage. I did see some damage. Let's go repair that quickly and then get ourselves back to our station. And then I think we'll call it a night, guys. Inner door, depressurize, helmet. I bet my coffee's cold now. Oh yeah. Cold coffee in the morning. Alright. Let's go check out this broken bit on our ship. The thrusters are still going for some reason. Oh no, we got a hull breach. No. Don't want that. Get our sparkler out. Fix, Jim. Give it a once over. Might as well. These things are weird. They're part of the warp drive, I think, but they're very strange. No, I don't think we've got any more damage. Right, let's get back inside. I should say 100%. Whoa. Yep, that's good. Hopefully this game doesn't give you guys motion sickness, because I can imagine it will give, it will make some people quite sick, constantly upside down. You should have seen my first couple of videos when I was doing Hellion. It was embarrassing. I mean, I struggled to float and talk at the same time. Yeah, that can be quite tricky sometimes to kind of concentrate and keep talking as well, but that's just one of those things. Yeah, so we're getting our power back now. I was just checking that because it was getting quite low. Anyway, well, Well, today's expedition was a bit rubbish, but at least now you guys know roughly what's coming in the update. Though I haven't explained it perfectly, but you guys get the general idea. So yeah, the update is looking quite promising. As I say, it's coming out on the 29th of November, so stay tuned for that one. I will try and do a video around that time, if not on the same day if I can, and we'll go through the update together as well, have a look at the new stuff, and especially the new quest stuff and the inventory. Might start a new save for that one. Would make sense if the quest system is going to be functional right off the bat, so that's something that we really should look into. But otherwise, we're stuck with the old version of Hellion until then. But yeah, I'll just continue my search, everlasting search for an airlock module. I really regret letting that one go. It's going to be my luck that the airlock module is going to be on one of the planets towards the centre of the system, which I believe I need a tier 2 or higher warp cell